This code works. It's simple, it's readable, and in many cases, it's exactly what you should write. So why do experienced developers replace this with something that looks a lot more complicated? Let me show you. Patterns aren't about writing better code. They're about organizing change. And if you don't understand that, strategy will always look like over-design. This is the real question. Not what is strategy, but when is it worth it, and when is it not? Patterns are not solutions desperately seeking problems. They're either there within the problem or they're not. And if they're not in the problem, applying the pattern is waste. It's overkill. It's over-design, and that can cause problems. Here's some code. We're inside the meeting coordinator. This method schedules meetings, and honestly, it's fine. It's clear, it's localized, and it's easy to debug. A lot of developers would stop right here. Let's freeze this and look at the shape of the friction. The issue is not the conditionals. The issue is, why does this change? Adding new types isn't hard. The problem is, this method changes for multiple reasons. Every variation in behavior is coupled to this one place. That's a maintenance issue. There are two kinds of coupling here. Identity coupling, which is checking the type, and then making decisions upon that identity, and then interface coupling, calling behaviors through an abstraction. These are fundamentally different forms of coupling, and they should be separated out to give our code maximum flexibility. Right now, we're coupled to identity. If this type, do this thing. Strategy shifts us to tell us what object to do. It separates out identity coupling from representational or interface coupling so that they can evolve separately. This isn't about removing conditionals. It's about moving the decision into the right place. In a minute, I'll show you how to move this decision so that this class never changes again when behavior changes. Claude, what do you see here? Yes, the behavior varies, but the decision is centralized. The variation is real, but it's being managed in the wrong place. What question should we ask? What wants to vary? When we look at what's varying, we can encapsulate it. That's the third piece of advice from the Gang of Four. Find what varies and encapsulate the concept that varies. So what's varying here? Scheduling behavior. What's staying the same? The coordinator, right? So where should the decision live? Not here. That's the key shift. We're not eliminating logic. We're relocating it. Here's some code. Each behavior becomes its own unit. That variation is now explicit, so it's clear. The coordinator no longer knows how scheduling works. It just coordinates. This structure has a name. It's called the strategy pattern. Before, we had one class and many reasons to change. We had coupled behavior to identity. After, behavior is distributed, decisions are localized, and we have an interface-based interaction, which gives us more flexibility, and it's more straightforward to extend in the future. Patterns allow us to make changes more safely because we're distributing the responsibilities instead of having it all in one place. It allows us to make smaller tests to verify smaller behaviors so that if something happens and there's a problem, we can zero in on the problem more easily. Large tests that can fail for dozens of reasons keep me up for days debugging. But when I make smaller tests that can only fail for a single reason, I don't even have to bring up the debugger because I already know when it fails why it failed. It could only fail for one reason. It takes a discipline to write tests in that way, but it can pay off enormously. The idea is that we want to write code that's safe, that's small, that has fewer side effects, that's more straightforward to extend. We can do that with patterns. Patterns give us the capability of writing code that's more straightforward to work with when we understand the pattern. When you discover the right design, it's gorgeous, it's elegant, it's phenomenal. That's a rush. And if you're a real software developer like me, like many of you, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's the thrill of software development, and most fields don't have that. If you're an actuary or an accountant, you don't get that thrill of discovering something new all the time. We do as software developers, because that's what we do. We invent new ways of stringing together processes to solve problems. And having a toolkit to be able to do this in a coherent way is incredibly valuable. That's what the 23 patterns from the Gang of Four are to me. It's a toolkit. It's a grounding to help me understand and represent problems in ways that make sense and are changeable. This is a common language. This is the language of software development. If you want to be a good coder, you need to understand the language of patterns because they're everywhere in software. And understanding them gives you leverage. And it is absolutely the best way to develop, I've found, with AI. When I'm working with AI and I say, let's use a chain of responsibility over here, they know exactly what I'm talking about, and they can do that. They can implement it well. But I have to be able to bring that up. I have to be able to have a mutual understanding. AI will rise or fall to the level that you're at as an operator, as the user. So the more you understand good software design, the better you're able to reflect that to AI, and the better your code will be that it will generate. You can now test behaviors in isolation. You can add new behaviors without risking existing logic. I worked with a team where one method kept growing. Every feature touched the same place. Once we made this shift, changes stopped colliding. Okay, strategy is good, but when should we not use this strategy? If behavior isn't changing, there's no reason to encapsulate it. So there's no reason for the strategy. If there's only one variation and we don't expect any more, then there's no reason for a strategy. If the complexity outweighs the benefit, then we don't need to use a strategy. And think about it. There's many times we don't. Every if-else statement that we use in our code is not a strategy. And most of them are just fine. It's only if we're switching on something external or we want the flexibility or the testability of a strategy that we start to look for a strategy pattern. If not, then don't write 20 lines of code, write 2. Use an if-else statement. Patterns don't solve problems. They reveal structure. And in this playlist, we'll discover design patterns that reveal a range of structures. So check it out. Until next time, happy coding.